A New York venture capitalist is betting big on the future of voting. He's spending millions to develop a safe way to cast ballots from your smartphone, right in the palm of your hand. Bradley Tusk hopes it will combat low voter turnout. Jessica Moore sat down with him to learn more.
We have spent the last 4 years, and I've spent $20 million of my own money, and this is totally philanthropic, by the way, to try to build the most secure voting technology we've ever had.
This is Bradley Tusk. We met the entrepreneur, philanthropist, political strategist, and venture capitalist at his Lower East Side bookstore to explain his plan to bring voting to your phone.
We're going to take the technology that you use right now for your banking, your healthcare, your love life, so you can vote securely on your phone.
A lot of people think this sounds great, but what guarantee do I have that it'll be secure and that the integrity will be protected?
Yeah, so the first thing is multi-factor authentication, send your code, and then biometric screening. So this is exponentially more complicated and secure than any way we currently verify voters. Then you go into the system itself.
The app as it exists now is still in a beta phase as it continues to be developed, though various iterations have already been used in some smaller elections around the country. For demonstration purposes, Tusk and his team put together a mock ballot for us.
There you are, Jane Doe. Confirm your address, so just scroll down.
Request the code.
Yep.
This is part of that two-factor authentication.
So now you can
begin voting?
Begin voting, yep. So if you're ready, hit mark my ballot.
A slate of pretend candidates fill this ballot.
I'm going to vote for Henry David Thoreau, Cat Stevens, but this is set up for ranked choice voting as it is right now. I'm going to confirm my. I feel good about my votes. Good. I'm going to confirm my votes.
It is.
Okay, now you have. So you do have to sign the affidavit. Okay.
Hit next, and you can cast your ballot.
It's just that easy.
That's it. The ballot's encrypted. It's anonymized. And you got a tracking code like it for a FedEx package.
Who are you finding is extremely for?
Yeah.
And who is completely anti?
The people who are for it, deployed military and military families, people with disabilities, Gen Z, clearly, like people who don't want it at the end of the day really are the people who benefit from the status quo.
There are legal protections and required accommodations for disabled voters, and members of the military must legally be able to vote. But that doesn't mean the process always works.
In the last election for NYC's mayor, I was deployed overseas, and when I was looking to cast my ballot, there was a lot of inaccess when it came to absentee ballot voting.
Michael Maddow served in the U.S. Coast Guard for a decade.
I wanted to contribute to my community while I was serving the country, but in that time, I felt like my voice was extinguished.
The Election Assistance Commission found 1 in 7 voters with disabilities reported difficulties voting. Cheryl Pemberton Graves works with the Lighthouse Guild.
The mobile phone is really key to people that are visually impaired. So using it as a device to vote is just another way that it would empower the community.
Over the last decade, Tusk says mobile voting has already been tested in 7 states. In 2016, about half the counties in West Virginia had a successful trial run with deployed service members. Matt Gallagher is the program's director with the West Virginia Secretary of State's office.
And what was the response from those who did participate?
They loved the process. It took them about 10 minutes to request their ballot, authenticate on the app, vote their ballot, and then return it.
Are there any things that give you pause about this?
We always say that the gold standard is in person on Election Day. We have never advocated that this be a replacement for in person on Election Day. We have always said that this is a narrowly tailored tool to use for specific populations.
But Tusk's eventual goal is for everyone to have access to mobile voting, to make it as easy as sending a text. He admits we're not there yet in the broad sense of the technology rollout or even acceptance in some localities, including New York.
Could we do this through the Charter Revision Commission just for New York City? So far, the answer is no. You probably need a change in state legislation.
And then there are serious considerations about security.
All voting systems can be vulnerable to manipulation. The difference of an online system is that it can be vulnerable to anyone in the world.
Susan Greenhall is a senior advisor on election security.
My postal worker could absolutely take my mail ballot and tear it up or throw it in the trash or what have you. But that's one ballot at a time. When you're talking about online voting, any criminal anywhere in the world can potentially attack an election. The stealth, sophistication, abilities of cyber criminals and nation-state actors have only improved. So we are facing a very difficult problem to solve.
The guy who came up with this mobile voting app, his argument is this is actually much more secure than voting in person. What would you say to that?
I'd say that's just not true. His arguments that there's encryption, that there's the paper ballot that's printed, those protections are unable to prevent the ballot from being manipulated before it is printed, before it is encrypted. If he had a way to prevent any sort of corruption online, he should be selling that product to the Department of Defense and to Bank of America. The bottom line is the internet itself is just too porous because there's too many avenues of attack that can occur, even with the protections that the Mobile Voting Project has put in place.
And I think what you're getting at is you need enough people to say the way it's always been is no longer working.
Right.
Is that fair?
Yeah, well, if you think about it, every major right there's ever been won throughout history. So take in the U.S., women's rights to vote, the Civil Rights Act, the Voting Rights Act, the Americans with Disabilities Act, same-sex marriage. The status quo didn't want to give them any of those things, right? But enough people demanded it, and enough people stood up loud enough, long enough, that eventually the status quo had to give in.
Jessica Moore, CBS News, New York.
Maybe one day.